again plug that we have a Housing Catalyst grant that's currently open, accepting application. It closes the last Friday of November, so you're just in that last window. If you have any questions about it, please feel free to give me a call. And on Friday morning, 10 a.m., City Hall, cupcakes, coffee, a couple of words on housing, and to celebrate National Housing Day. So thank you so much.
We see affordable housing as the foundation of a safe and prosperous community. Over the past year, the City of St. John's has taken direct action to realize that vision. We have completed work on the city's adaptive reuse project at St. Patrick's Convent. The Presentation Sisters donated the convent to us in 2016, and the city has converted this space into 22 affordable housing units, all universally designed with 2 fully accessible spaces. We expanded our exemption of municipal fees to include private developers who avail of National Housing Strategy funding. We adopted in principle the new municipal plan and development regulations that support building a diverse and inclusive housing stock through intensification and mixed-use developments throughout the City of St. John's. These draft municipal plan and development regulation documents have been submitted to the Provincial Department of Municipal Affairs for review and hopefully soon to be released. We awarded 4 Housing Catalyst grants in 2019, and the application period is currently open for an additional 5 $10,000 grants. We completed a housing needs assessment for the City of St. John's that analyzes the supply and demand for housing and identifies gaps. We identified 4 parcels of city-owned vacant land for potential affordable housing projects, and a letter of intent has been signed to pursue a project on one of these parcels so far. These are only a few of our housing-related actions for the year.
My name is Brianna Talk. I'm the Director of Business Operations. Like Greg mentioned, I've been in the not-for-profit sector for almost 10 years, and I had only been there a few years before I realized that I wanted to be in the for-profit portion of what not-for-profits do. So last year we actually restructured our entire organization to include a department called Business Operations that works to focus solely on our social enterprise activity, and then also looking at streamlining the way that we do operations across the organization as well, so that we've got systems built in that focus on sustainability around all of our programs and services that we offer to community. Our experience with housing had been strictly focused on emergency housing, which the organization had been doing for a little over 10 years. We knew that we wanted to get into the affordable housing space, but what we had seen in terms of how members of the community that we served were engaging with affordable housing options that existed, they weren't exactly set up to meet the needs in a way that we wanted to participate in. So we really wanted to be careful when we did decide to take that step and start to invest in our own housing initiative. Those of you who aren't familiar with friendship centers, raise your hand if you've heard of friendship centers. Oh, that's excellent. I used to present 10 years ago and nobody knew who we were, what we did. So it's exciting to see more hands go up every time that I get in front of a room. So friendship centers do exist right across the country. We have 3 that are located here in Newfoundland and Labrador, 1 in St. John's, 1 in Happy Valley Goose Bay, and 1, the newest friendship center is on the west coast in Stephenville. They were initially designed to support Indigenous people who are transitioning to living in urban centers, but of course our cities have changed so much over time where we've now got Indigenous families who are being raised in the city.
The steps, the idea is to put them in order from beginning to end.
Our sod turning here, of course, we had at the time Minister Sohi join us. It was actually in his riding in southeast Edmonton for the sod turning. Here are some of the construction sites. You know, they went from the bottom left corner, that started in September, to the top left, you see there, that was just around Christmas time, and then by spring, the cladding was going on the first building, and it opened to tenants, the first tenants in September. So in 12 months, they put up a 4-story, 67-unit building, and have started construction on the second building, which opened early as well in January, February. So that is the benefit of working in private sector. Now, why did we do this? Well, we couldn't do it alone. We're sitting at 8,000 families on our waiting list. And remember, we can only place 50 of them a month. So how long are you gonna wait to get a home? It's gonna be a few years.